Class. Today we're doing 5GO 6.6. Today we're adding and subtracting mixed fractions. It says find the sum or the difference. Write your answer in simplest form. First of all, we must remember our rules for adding and subtracting fractions. First, they must have like denominators. Okay. Once we have like denominators, then 2 we add or subtract, and then 3 we simplify. Okay, so let's take a look. Here we have a 3, we have a 4. They are not the same. We can't make the 3 a 4, and we can't make the 4 a 3. However, if we multiply them, they will have a 12 in common. Okay, so let's rewrite our fractions so they have like denominators. So 2 with a 12 in the denominator, and here a 1 with the 12 in its denominator. We multiplied 3 by 4, so we multiplied the numerator by 4. So that's 4 twelfths. Here we multiplied the 3 by 4, so we multiplied this 3 by 3, and we get a 9. Now we can add. 4 plus 9 is 13. So we have 13 twelfths. And then the 2 whole plus the 1 whole give us 3. Now in this case, we have enough for 12 12. And we know that 12 12 equals a whole number. So if we take a 12 12 out, that is equivalent to 1 whole. And we will put that 1 whole with the 3, which would give us a 4 whole. But once we take the 13, take away 12, we have 1 12th left. And that is how we simplify when we have a improper fraction that has more numerators than denominators. Let's take a look at number 4. Number 4, we have 3, we have 6. They're not the same. But we can make the 3 a 6 by multiplying by 2. So therefore, this 6 and 1 6 remains the same, but this, change it to a 6 by multiplying by 2, multiply by 2, so we have 2 6. Therefore, 2 plus 1 gives us 3 6, and 5 plus 6 gives us 11. Okay, now in this case, 3 and 6 are in the same family. Okay, so we say, all right, what number do they both have in common that they can be divided by or reduced by? In this case, 3. The largest value that they both have in common is 3. So that 11 whole, but 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 6 divided by 3 is 2. Let's move forward to number 6. Number 6, we have 18, we have 3. Can we make 3 equivalent to 18? Yes, by multiplying by 6. Multiply this by 6. So we have 5 and 17 18s, subtract 2 and 12 18s. So when we simplify here by adding and subtracting, 5 whole minus 2 whole give us a 3 whole, and 17 minus 12 give us 5 18ths. Okay, 5 and 18 have nothing in common, so therefore this is our final answer. Okay, let's look at number 8. Number 8, we have a 7 and a 5. Okay, they can't make a 5 or 7 or a 7 or 5, so therefore let's multiply them. We get 35. Okay, so this is times 5, this is times 5, that's 15, 5 whole here, subtract, we have 2 whole, this is times 7, this is times 7, that gives us 735. So let's move on from there. 5 minus 2 whole is 3, and 15 minus 7 gives us an 835. These two numbers have nothing in common, so it's our final answer. Let's look at number 10. Number 10, we have a 7, we have a 4. You can't make the 4 a 7 or a 7 a 4. Therefore, we're going to move forward and we're going to multiply them. Times 4 times 4. So that'd be 6 with 24 over 28 minus 2 with 21 over 28. And now we subtract. 24, take away 21, gives us a 3. All right, so that's 3 28s, and 6 minus 2 is 4. The 3 and the 28 have nothing in common, so that's our final answer. All right, let's look at number 12. Number 12, we have a 25 and a 10. Now, we can't make the 10 a 25, so we have to find what they would have in common. Now, if we multiply them, it would be 250. That seems a bit much, so maybe there's a number that's in between. So let's see. If we multiply by 10, we know the number must end in a 0. If we multiply with 25, we know that the last digit would be a 5 or a 0. So since this one must be a 0, let's use this number to count for. Count by. We have 10, we have 20, we have 30, we have 40, we have 50. If we count 25, we have 25 times 1, 25 times 2. So 50 is our least common denominator. All right, so we have 50 here, which is times 2. Times 2 would give it a 12. And here, this would be times 5 times 5. So that would be 1 and 5 over 50. Okay? And so now let's subtract. 12 minus 5 is 7 over 50. And 2 minus 1 is 1. And that's our final answer because these guys do not have anything in common. Okay? Let's move forward to our last problem. Number 14. Jill walked 8 1/8 miles to a park and then 7 2/5 miles home. How many miles did Jill walk in all? So if we're saying in all, then we are adding. So we have 8 1/8 plus 7 2/5. When we look at our denominators, they do not have anything in common. Therefore, we multiply them. In this case, 40 is our number, okay? So we have 40 here, we have 40 here, okay? So this was times 8, this times 8 is 16. This was times 5, this times 5 is 5. So 8 and 5 40ths, plus 7 and 16 40ths. So let's add. 8 plus 7 is 15, and 5 plus 16 is 21 over 40. 21 over 40, they do not have a number in common. 21 has 3, and it has 7, and has 21. Neither of those numbers can be divided into 40 evenly. Okay? So, there we are. See you in the morning.